Let's check the SEC championship odds, both to win the conference and each division. The eventual SEC champion, believe it or not, and for 2017, Alabama is the prohibitive favorite. Are you as shocked as I am? Followed very closely by LSU. I shouldn't say followed very closely, but 2 and 3 are very close. LSU and Auburn at plus 675 and plus 700 respectively. So this could be quite the interesting Iron Bowl. Georgia and Florida are the top 2 teams from the SEC East. These are based on $100 per bet. So if you bet on Georgia, it's essentially the same as betting 10 to 1, as you would bet 10 to 1 in Florida would be the equivalent of 11 to 1. Tennessee would be the equivalent of 22 to 1. So on Florida, you bet $100, you would win $1,100 if they are the SEC champions. Now remember, the place to go for your winning picks all year long is offshoreinsiders.com. We've got the best computer systems in the world. And these odds are brought to you in part thanks to DuffyGifts.com. Missouri and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt in a very familiar spot as being a long shot in Missouri, which had made some stride in recent years. Well, not anymore from the former Big 12 team. They are each at 23 plus 23,000. So again, on a $100 bet, you would make $23,000. So they are basically 230 to 1. Now let's take a look at each one of the divisions. Georgia plus 135. Florida, the biggest problem Georgia has is even if they have the better team, they just can't seem to beat Florida on a regular basis. Florida is plus 165. Tennessee, they're plus 345 to win more than just the mere championship of life. And then after that, everyone else can be considered a long shot with, again, Vanderbilt and Missouri down at the bottom. But pretty much a 3-team race, said the odds makers. Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee, the three big favorites to win the SEC East. Of course, the SEC East year in, year out is the inferior of the 2 divisions and would be the easier route to the title. And as I said, the SEC West, the top 3 teams here are also the top 3 teams to win the conference. Alabama, prohibitive favorite to play in the conference championship game at minus 280. LSU and Auburn close behind at 475 and 485. And again, these are based on $100 per bet. Visit offshoreinsiders.com and our offshoreinsiders.com YouTube channel at youtube.com/offshoreinsiders, appropriately enough. You're going to get college football betting previews as well as your college football odds all off-season, and most importantly, once the season gets underway, the single best betting previews and free picks from offshoreinsiders.com. Mississippi State, the long shot to win the SEC West title at plus 5,500.